Believe Steve, out in front of the Labor Department, a familiar spot that you've probably seen me in before as I continue my coverage of the women's shelter down here at John L. Young. Today is going to be a little bit different today though, because today, in the past you've seen the footage of the women that sit out here all day long with nothing to do. But today, I'm happy to say that I've been granted permission to go inside, and this is an exclusive. I'm able to show you the pitiful conditions that these women actually live in every day in the John L. Young Women's Center. I'd always seen John L. Young, and in my head I'd always imagined it to consume the entire building. It was just brought to my attention that John L. Young shelter that shelters 85 homeless women in the District of Columbia actually is all in one room. And I couldn't believe it. I said to myself, 85 women in one room, that doesn't make much sense to me. But here I am now today in the John L. Young Center. As you can see, they found a way to get 85 women in this small room. As you can see, there's, I guess there would be about 42 bunk beds for the women to come in. This is a low barrier 12-hour shelter, which means that the ladies are only allowed in here at 7 o'clock in the evening, and they must be gone by 7 o'clock the next morning. They line up at 7 o'clock, they come in, they're offered a meal, okay, and then they eat. Well, where do they eat, you ask? They eat right here. Back in the corner, you'll see two little folding tables that are brought out, or some chairs up against the wall where they pull out a chair or sit at that little table or maybe sit on their bunks and eat their meals. Okay? These are homeless women. If we're going to begin to make some changes to the services offered to the homeless in the District of Columbia, they need to start with the homeless women that live in this city. This doesn't make much sense. The majority of the women that come in this shelter are women over 30 years of age. Some of them 45, 50 years old. Imagine your grandmother, 55, 60 years old, having to live down here and having to climb up in this bunk. Just think about that for a minute, having to climb up in this bunk. There's not a ladder around anywhere, but they're going to have to climb up in this bunk. They have one little room. A lot of people like myself tend to think that they have a lot more room because they're connected to the CC&V shelter, which houses 1,500 men and women. Okay? It's in the same building, but they're not connected with CC&V. This is all that they have. They have some problems down here that people tend to neglect. Right here in the middle of where women are sleeping, they have an open ceiling, open electrical, and it drips water. You see the pads down there for when it rains, how the water drips. You know, they have a shower with 4 shower heads, 85 women. They have 6 toilet stalls. One of them is broke right now. That means 5. Who's fixing these things? Who's looking out for these women? I'm asking you to look into this. We can do better than this in the District of Columbia. This makes no sense to me. Now the irony of it all, which really pisses me off, is that lights out is at 10 o'clock at night. And when the lights go out, this facility still has to be manned and staffed. The staff works diligently to accommodate the women that they serve. But at 10 o'clock when the lights go out, can I have you turn off the lights, please? This is the way that it looks in here. You have 2 staff people. Okay, turn the lights back on. You have 2 staff people that sit at this desk all night long while these women sleep in that darkness. Okay, this is a low barrier shelter. Anybody can come in here. You have no idea of their intentions, well, their mental status, whether they're criminal or drugged or drunk or anything like that. And these ladies have to sit out in the dark with their back to these people all night long. That's a safety issue that needs to be addressed. As is the ladder issue, a safety issue. The water dripping out the ceilings, a safety issue. So if nothing else, we need to have you government officials come to this facility and do something about this. Because we're one city and we can do better than this. Better believe Steve. God bless you. "6:45, I'm just coming in from outside. I'm at the John L. Young Center, and I'm kind of pissed off. I see this whole line full of women. There's 60 or 70 women out there waiting to come into this. You know, that makes no sense to me. But they don't have anywhere else to go, you know, and I'm really pissed. Hello, man.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine, and you?
All right. What's your name?
Karen.
How you doing, Karen? I'm Steve. Are you on staff here?
No, I'm a detail worker.
Oh, you stay here?
Yes, I do.
Oh, really? How long have you been here?
3 months.
3 months. You got a minute? You want to sit down and talk to me for a minute? Okay, great. So, you've been down here for 3 months, huh?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of the place?
It's not the best. It's not the worst, but it could be better.
Yeah. I'm noticing the area down here, 85 women in such a confined spot. And you're a pretty healthy woman.
Yes, I am.
Like I'm a pretty healthy man.
Yes.
You know, we can do something.
It is tight.
But anyway, the point that I want to make is you have a top bunk or a bottom bunk?
I have a lower bunk.
Okay, could you get up to a top bunk?
No, I can't.
Okay, are there women that have trouble getting up to these top bunks?
Yes, it is.
So what happens to those women? They just have to what?
They just have to climb up. They try to accommodate them, but if they don't have the bed space, they can't accommodate them to a lower bunk.
Well, are all of the women that have the upper bunks in ideal health? I mean, most of the women that I see that's coming in here, they're like 45, 50 years old.
No, they're not. They have health problems too.
They have health problems. Do you have any health problems?
Sure.
What kind of health problems?
Congestive heart failure, have pulmonary disease, and I'm on more oxygen around the clock. But I can't have the oxygen here because there's no way to plug it up.
What do you mean there's...
And I have a CPAP machine.
So what do you mean there's nowhere to plug it up?
It's no plugs in the walls. It's in certain spots.
Well, I noticed that there's no ventilation down here because I'm burning up down here, but I see all these fans. Now, these fans are plugged up somewhere.
And a track plug. They have a track plug plugged in the wall. Runs out. You're running cords.
So what problems are presented to you because you can't plug up your, CPAP?
My oxygen.
Yeah, does that cause you any additional problems?
Yes, my breathing.
Is it anything that they can do to help you?
Well, they tell me that there's nothing they can do because there's no way they can accommodate me for to have the oxygen tanks here.
What are some of the other ailments that some of these women have around here that you've noticed in your 3 months?
High blood pressure, diabetes, congestive heart failure, it's all kinds in here.
That's the same. You know, this really pisses me off. This is a travesty to have our women living in such conditions down here. You know, as I think about it, and this is their dining area, a television that they have no cable, all they can watch is movies, the same movies over and over. You know, as I think about it, why not move all of these beds out, find the women a new facility, and we can use this as a service center. This is an excellent place to house a service center. We could service both the men and the women. Job skills, life skills. We could facilitate feedings. We could do all sorts of things. We as Streets, we are more than equipped to handle that if we can get you to just work with us. Let's get these beds out of here. Let's find these ladies a new facility and let's turn this into a service center for the homeless. I mean, As I look at these beds, I just have to try this. I ain't got no business doing it, but I'm gonna try to get up here. Oh my God. Now, I'm a grown man, and I'm much stronger than these women that come through here. I can't see no lady in ill health climbing up here getting in this bunk. Then what happens? You have to go to the bathroom. She got to climb back down, go around the corner in the dark. Remember I showed you how dark it is. To go to the restroom and then get back here? Come on, District of Columbia, we can do better than that.